Hey everyone! Welcome back to Improve Your English with Evelyn. I'm Evelyn, your favorite English teacher. So in today's lesson, we are going to talk about an important verb tense called present simple. At the end of this video, there will also be a short quiz to help you check your understanding. So we use present simple to talk about activities that we do routinely. For example, every day, every week, every month, or every year. For example, all of us have responsibilities and duties that we have to do every day, like getting up, eating breakfast, going to work, and so on. So when we talk about these routine activities, we use present simple. So how do we form the present simple tense? Well, we form it by simply putting the subject, what the sentence is about, followed by the verb or the action word. For example, we go to work every day. I take a shower every morning. They go grocery shopping every weekend. However, when we use the simple present for a third person, which means he, she, or it, we add the letter S to the end. For example, she gets up at 7 o'clock in the morning. She eats lunch at noon. He goes to the gym 4 times a week. Now here's a very important pronunciation tip. When we add S to the end of a verb, it can have one of 3 sounds. It can sound like S. It can also sound like is, or it can also sound like Z. So let's look into that in a little more detail. If the verb ends in one of the sounds that I'm going to tell you now, S sounds like S. Number 1, T. For example, she puts the book on the table. P. For example, he helps me with my homework. K. For example, he books hotel rooms for our customers. F. For example, Mary coughs when she has a cold. Now, if the verb ends in one of the sounds that I'm going to tell you now, S sounds like is. Sh. For example, my mom washes my dirty clothes. Ch. For example, my dad always watches TV in the afternoon. S. For example, she misses her parents a lot. And if the last sound of the verb isn't one of the sounds that I've just mentioned, it sounds like Z. For example, Tom always brings his friends home. Ashley often wears black dresses. Peter goes out with his friends. Now in negative sentences, we use don't or doesn't with a verb. We use doesn't for third person singular. In other words, he, she, or it. For example, I don't go to work on weekends. You don't have coffee for breakfast. She doesn't take her kids to school. He doesn't pay for his rent. We don't go hiking in the winter. They don't swim in the pool in the fall. Now to ask questions, we use do or does plus the subject plus the verb. As you might already know, does is used with third person singular, he, she, or it. For example, do you take your dog for a walk every day? Does your mom go to the mall every week? Does your sister drive to work every day? Do we save these files on the computer every week? Do they visit their parents every month? Now you can also use WH question words to get more details. For example, what time do you get up every morning? Where does your brother go to school? How does Jane get to work? Who do you go shopping with? What do you usually have for dinner? How often do you go for a walk? So now we're going to go over a quick quiz to test how much you've learned about simple present tense today. I'm going to give you 5 questions. I'm going to read out the question and you fill in the blank with the correct answer. Number 1, my father, a cup of coffee for breakfast. Number 2, David, to work by car. Number 3, do you buy fruit once a week? Number 4, we eat fast food. Number 5, does John get home by car? So there you have it. There's some important information about simple present tense. In the comments below, why don't you let me know how you did on the quiz and let me know which questions you found challenging. For practice, why don't you try also writing a short paragraph, maybe between 100 and 200 words, and use simple present tense to talk about your daily routine. As always, if you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.